Hey Sagittarius, it is CJ here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back, Sag. I hope you're doing beautiful today. We're going to get into your reading. It is a general reading, as always, not a one-to-one. So if you like a personal reading, there's something you want to dive into, all that information is down below. Thanks, Saggy, for all of your love and your support, your patience, all of it. You are just a wonderful soul. Thanks for taking the time even to be here. Okay, Sag, we're going to get into your reading. This reading is my intention is for this reading for September 4th, 2025. But you know the rules if you've been here, the lack of rules maybe is a better way to put it. Whenever you're called to this reading, there might be something very specific in it for you. Again, so it is timeless and it might not resonate with everyone. All right, we're going to get into your reading. I'm opening up with the Divine Animal deck. Let me know in the comments, you guys. Anyone else been struggling with words lately? I mean, that has been happening to me over the last 3 days. Mercury retrograde is no longer in retrograde. Normally that affects me. So it's just been really strange. We'll see how it goes today. If my words are going to come out right or not. Okay, now meditating on your energy. This is an interesting one. It might even go pretty deep depending on if it's connected with what Spirit has for you, the message. But there is definitely a feeling coming in here of, it's a combination. There's a feeling of almost like competition. That's what I was receiving, like a competition. So someone around you feels like that there was someone around you that is competing. But again, I'm not sure if it's competing against you, or if it was competing for your attention. Okay, because that's kind of how it felt, and it also kind of felt like it was coming across like a little aggressive. So I don't know what this is. I don't know if this is about like a actual romantic relationship, or if this is more of, well, I guess I would say career, because that's kind of how they were making me feel. It was almost kind of like this. Someone being envious or jealous of what you do, but yet them wanting your attention. So I don't know what that is, but I got to give it to you, right? That's because of what I was receiving. Okay, so let's get into your reading. We're going to open up, like I said, this is a Wisdom Oracle deck. Let's see what Spirit has for you. All right, Spirit, thank you so much for guiding me in this reading for beautiful Sagittarius or fire sign. For those that this is their reading, what is the message? Bottom of the deck, your foundation energy here, Sag, is transformation. Ooh, big one. It's sea otter. The animal is sea otter, and it is number 18, so it is a 9. You know, 9s for me typically do represent getting close to a closure, like something not quite closed yet, but getting close there. Does that make sense? Think of the wounded warrior kind of energy. Could even be the 9 of Cups kind of energy, right? Transformation. This is a big one. Wow, the energy off these cards. You are going through some kind of transformative energy, and or not energy. You're going through a transformative time. And again, this doesn't have to be in all areas. This could be in a very specific area of your life. When we look at the sea otter, right? Sea otters they swim, and they're in the water, but they also can be on land, right? In that way, it makes them very adaptable. Again, that's what I wanted to say to you, is I feel like Spirit is saying, make sure, now, Sag, I know who you are. You're a beautiful, beautiful soul, and you are quite adaptable. Again, I think they're just coming in here to say, just be ready to adapt quickly. So I don't know what that is about, but transform. Okay, we have freedom next. So this is the horse. Wow, love it. It's 24, so it is a 6. 6 is about balance. What you're putting out, you're receiving, right? So something coming in here that brings more balance into your life. They're showing me the scales right now in my mind's eye. Okay, so maybe some kind of justice situation coming in here. Something that's been out of whack. Again, this jealousy kind of energy. Maybe that's getting corrected. Maybe there's going to be a conversation or something. But freedom, right? Breaking away from whatever this is. We have the dog. Okay, and that's companionship. And they are asking me to take it. Now, it is number 11, I believe. Yes, no, 41. Sorry, it's a 5. So 5s are about change. You know, dogs, right? This might be even about a friendship, okay? This could be even about a friendship that somehow there's some kind of envy involved. Very strange energy coming through here. You know, I think about a dog, right? I do have a dog. Very loyal, very loving. You know, you can be gone all day and come home and they greet you at the door. They're not angry at you. You know what I mean? There's just this love, acceptance, major support. So what I'm wondering if that has something to do with a person that is in your life right now. And we do have the peacock next. So that's prosperity. Okay, I want to get into this. I'll show you this card. beautiful, right? Gorgeous, gorgeous energy. And that prosperity is going to be different for everyone. Money, happiness, good health, joy. But yeah, I've still got this feeling of competition. So that's really weird. Okay, Spirit, please show me what this is about for Sagittarius. What is the message? Thank you. That was pretty quick. We have the hare, and it represents cycles. And on the bottom, we have the jaguar, which is about releasing. Ooh, okay. Now, I'm going to show you this in a sec. We're going to talk about this, obviously, Sag. But interesting enough, underneath the release card, we have the loyalty card. There you go. So thank you, Spirit. You're confirming what I was receiving here. Red-crowned crane. And this is, like I said, loyalty. Now, it's 29, so it is the 11. 11 is a master number, and this is a sign that your angels, your guides, God source, whatever you believe in, they are around you, and they are guiding you, and they are protecting you. They want me to keep this out. I'm going to keep it out. Okay, so loyalty, right? And look, we have this full moon. Ooh, I'm getting I get little goosebumps when I get goosebumps, nose gets itchy when things are really heightening up in the energetic level. The full moon here, we've got this full moon coming up. That's on the 7th, right, of September. 6th, 7th, 8th, well, whatever. We might even be feeling it right now because it is the 4th of September. And that's going to be in Pisces, right? Oh, interesting. Because when I was meditating, Sag, I didn't say this to you guys, I heard the word Pisces. So I thought, I wonder if someone's dealing with a Piscean out there. And now I'm just going, the full moon's in Pisces, so there might be some connection here. So maybe something's going to come to a head over the next few days, right? Or even over the next 10 days, let's say, because I always feel the energy of, 4 or 5 days before, same with after. But look, there's a woman here. This bird, this crane, is carrying this woman very, very high up, right? You can see the mountains at the bottom. This is a question of loyalty. Now, this crane is holding on to her, we're assuming. But again, when this card comes out, it can also indicate that there's someone around you that does not have your back. And again, that is correlating with this kind of envy, jealousy kind of feeling I was getting. Okay, so I'm going to leave that here. So we have the hare that came out, right? And it's number 31, so it's a 4. That is, 4s are usually about your foundation. Again, this could be foundation at your work or your home, however, maybe even emotional foundation. The hare is representing cycle. So again, I'm feeling like some cycle is going to be closing out here. But again, this cycle feels like this would not be new to you. You see all these rabbits at the bottom, right? Okay, so there's a lot of them. What I'm getting with that is that, let's say this was a work situation, you can apply the energy to whatever situation you're in, Sag, because it's not going to be, if it's your reading, it might not always be about what I'm saying here as an example. If this was a work thing, it feels like, okay, this wouldn't be the first time this happened. If someone's competing with you at work or someone's envious of you and they're biting for your time, but yet they almost don't have your back. We'll see if 7 of Swords comes out. That would be a very good indication. But it wouldn't be the first time, meaning like maybe some job you had when you were younger, it happened to you. Maybe it happens every time wherever you're working. There's something about that, and I think that's the transformative energy that's coming in because, this month is a big month with eclipses, which is really about releasing and clearing things up and cleaning things up. I'm feeling like Spirit is saying here that this is a cycle that needs to somehow wrap up. And obviously that's very true because we have the Jaguar, which is release next. And that is number 9. So again, the 9, right? Almost completed here. Something you're needing to release. Now, I have to have a sip of water here. Sag, give me a second. Okay, because what I'm receiving, you have a big heart. You're very talented. You're very gifted. Sagittarius is, you guys are, you have a lot going for you. With that, meaning you have a good heart, you have a big heart, you normally will help a lot of people out. Which is where, at times, that can kind of backfire because not everyone is like you. Not everyone can give what you can give. Not everyone, how can I put this, Spirit? Yeah, not everyone can give like you can give. And I think in that way, some people become very dependent on you. And with that, there is that competition feeling. Not that you're competing. I'm not getting that. I'm getting it differently. I'm almost getting like, like almost like an older, I don't know why I'm saying this, but it's almost like an older sibling or something. That's kind of how they're connecting it. I don't think it is, maybe for some of you. But again, it's almost like taking that step back and going, okay, I can't be everything for everyone all the time. And gosh, I'm just trying to get this here because it feels like this is such an important chapter for you to kind of put your foot down or your boundaries down, but almost without engaging as well. I don't know how to put this, Sag. It's kind of crazy, but this is the energy I'm getting. Okay, they want me to look at the next card. Thank you. Authenticity. Okay, Spirit. You guys can't see my studio. I have a light right in front of me, so it often blinds my cards. I can't see them, so they just guided me to take a look at this card. Okay, so Spirit is saying stay in your authentic self, right? This is the wolf, right? But it is authenticity, so it is all about you being exactly who you are, and not changing anything, but other than kind of, how can I put this? Yeah, I guess just kind of standing up for yourself when you need to, right? Putting your foot down when you need to. But otherwise, just carrying on about in your own way. Very strange. Very, very, very intense. Okay, let's get into the tarot portion. So I'm going to use my Light Spheres deck. Let's get started. I have the Strength card on the bottom. That's Leo's energy. And it is a major arcana. So Strength. Okay, and it's interesting too because we have a lamb here and then we have the lion, right? And I'm feeling like someone is acting as if they are a lamb, Sag. But in truth, like they're not. Like they're not this weak, naive energy. No, there's something else going on here. So that's where Spirit is saying this is going to take some strength. I don't know if it's personal or career-wise or whatever, Sag, so I'll leave that with you. Well, look at that. We have the World next. So the World is the end of a cycle, right? And the beginning of a new one. It is 21, so it is at number 3. And Strength is number 8, right? So again, that is your power here. We have the Six of Swords next. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, our air energy. This is moving away from whatever is going on. Usually it is from troubled waters. Okay, and then we have the Sun. Beautiful. Another card of Leo. Maybe some of you are dealing with the Leo. So the Sun, beautiful. Freedom, happiness, joy. I mean, you did have that horse that represented freedom. Because what I'm getting with this energy, I'm having a hard time finding the right words for it, but what I'm getting, it's kind of like suffocating. Like if this was a, okay, so if this was a person, if this was a person, it is, because I can feel it. But if this is about, like, say, work, I'll go there again. If this was a coworker, something that was like, they rely on you. They expect you to be there. When you're not there, they get jealous or they get envious. Or if you're working with helping some other coworker out, then there's this envy that comes in. There's almost like a stab in the back kind of energy coming through. But it's of their making. Does that make sense? Like, I don't think that they're very happy, whoever this person is. Okay, so anyways, the Sun showing up is beautiful because, again, this is like an illumination, exposure, but again, it is all the good things too. It's followed by Pisces card, the Moon. Oops. Yeah, so I'm feeling with this card, again, I said Pisces, right? Again, with this card, this is that kind of murky area where, geez, how do I handle this? Again, the person could be hot and cold. One day they're really nice to you. The next day they give you the silent treatment. That's what I'm getting. All right. So the question is, do they have loyalty towards you? I don't know. I think there's more of a loyalty towards themselves. So hence there's a need to release this and let this cycle close. Okay. In some shape or form, or if not close out, it needs to be transformed. Okay. Okay, Spirit, thank you so much. That's a lot of information and messages right off the top. Show me a little bit of what's going on here, please. Okay, thank you. Yeah, okay, wow. King of Wands, but it came out in reverse. So King of Wands, that is your energy. It could be Aries and Leo, but this is your reading, right? So it's a general reading, so I'm reading it as yours. Upright, Sag, this is powerful energy, right? This is determination. This is leadership. Again, if you're a boss, maybe this is an employee doing this to you. Maybe it's if you're an employee, maybe it's a boss doing it to you. However it is, but it came out in reverse. And with it in reverse tells me that there is a feeling here that you don't know, like almost like you're not sure what the next step is to do. And again, this can be because someone is undermining you. 2 of Pentacles on the bottom. So, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, this is our Earth, the 3D stuff, right? Yes, money, but also 3D. Yeah, juggling, right? What did I just say? One day they're hot, the next day they're cold. One day they're hot, the next day they're cold. One day they're talking nice, the next day they're yelling at you or maybe other people. It's very hard to take the lead in whatever area when there is energy around that is very flip-floppy. Okay, and I feel like very confused. They're very confused. Could be about your family because we have the 10 of Pentacles, but again, 10 of Pentacles could be about your work too. You know, your finances, where your income comes from. Okay, just want to say that. Okay, let's keep going. Thank you, Spirit. What else? What else can you tell me about this situation for Sagittarius? Okay, was this one? Okay, no, it went in. Okay. We have 3 of Pentacles. We've got the Star. We've got the 4 of Cups. Got a lot of cards here. The 9 of Cups. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles. Okay. With the Emperor on the bottom. Followed by the 2 of Swords. And then the Devil. Okay. And then the High Priestess. Pisces once again. Okay. I'm kind of feeling like it's a Pisces or a Leo. It does not have to be Sag. But I'm getting that energy. Okay. Where should I start? Okay, we're going to start at the bottom here. All right, so the Devil. The Devil shows up. 3rd on from the bottom. You know, the Devil is Capricorn's energy, and this is a difficult energy usually especially when it's in someone that is around us, because that means that they're controlling. They don't want to release control. It can be very toxic, right? This can be a person that they're not thinking right. There could be addictions involved here. And so therefore there is this power struggle. Leads us to the 2 of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius again. Not sure how to handle this person. And I really feel it's one person, Sag. It could be more, but that's what they're giving me. It's, you know, 2 of Swords is, I don't know what the next step is to do, right? So Spirit is just acknowledging that if this is your reading, that is where you've been. It's like, do I say something? Do I not? You know, it's kind of a confusing energy. Then they give you the Emperor, which is Aries energy. And this is another major arcana. This is about taking control, right? Taking back your control as well. I don't know the specifics of the situation for those of you that this is your reading. It may not be that easy. If this was about a work situation, there might not be anyone else that you can go to talk to about this. But again, now they're showing me the sun in my mind's eye, and I'm trusting. And I think they're wanting me to tell you to trust that all will be revealed. All will be revealed. And again, this maybe is a personal relationship or something that's gone on. But staying in your grace and staying in your power, right? The Emperor. Making the choices that are going to be best for you and anyone else that might be involved around this. The cards that came out, 3 of Pentacles to the Star. 3 of Pentacles. This is about collaboration, coming together, working together for the same objective. I'm going to pull a clarifier on this because I'm definitely getting a feeling that whoever I'm speaking of, my nose is getting itchy, they're not really a team player. Or maybe they were, but they're not right now. Or sometimes they are, and then sometimes they're not. We have the Star next, another major arcana. It's Aquarius' energy. So again, this is talking about healing, right? Healing and working through things and releasing things. I mean, you got the release card quite a few. Well, it's right here with the Jaguar. The thing is I'm getting feeling that this, maybe even this card, this is almost like I'm reading for the other person involved here, because we have the 4 of Cups next. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, our emotions, our relationships, of course. But this is a feeling of stagnancy, boredom, not happy, right? Not content. I'm getting that very strong. They're not content. And they're unable to see all the good things that's still around and working for them and all that kind of stuff. They're unable to see that because I think they're pretty messed up in their head. Okay, thanks, Spirit. Then we move to the Nine of Cups with the Ten of Pentacles, which is beautiful energy. So this is the wish fulfillment card, right? And then we have that Ten of Pentacles, as I said, which is a lot of money, a lot of stability. Usually talks about having more than enough that, you know, you'll have a nest egg that you can leave to your family or your friends, right, at one time. It's a very, very stable energy. But I'm really getting this right here is something is off. I want to just, I think I want to, let's just, okay, okay, I'm going to stay with this deck. All right, let's see if I can get some clarifiers, because it's almost like this is where you're headed. This is this releasing and this closing of the cycle. This is where you're headed. But Spirit, I'm kind of confused of whose energy this is, because I'm feeling like this is not. Give me 1 second, Sag. Just going to try and tune in. Okay, thank you. They just told me. Okay. So you're wanting this to work. You're like, come on, let's come together. Let's get this correct. Let's, you know, if it is about work, it's like, let's get our work done and let's move on. Let's not bring it home. Vice versa. There's this energy of like, can we heal this? Can you release this? Can we move forward? And then there's a Four of Cups almost is also looking at like, if this was you, hopefully you can see it on the camera, that you're almost looking like, when are you going to heal? Like, when are you going to let this go? Okay, so let's see. Spirit, what can you tell me? Well, actually, let's start with, okay, I'm going to move to a different deck. I just got the vibe. We have the Tower, though, that's on the bottom. So there is some kind of big shakeup happening that's going to be happening anyways. It's necessary, though, Sag, because there is that transformation that you're going through. And obviously, I think someone else. Let's go Spirit Animal deck. Let's see. Give me a sec. We have the Ace of Wands on the bottom. So this is a yes card. It is a new beginning card in the fire passions. We have the Six of Wands, which is victory, being acknowledged. Comes after the war, after the Five of Wands. And then we have the Sun. Again, so double cards here. Beautiful. Then we have the Nine of Cups once again. Okay. There's just this feeling like, there's this feeling here of almost like you holding the wand and being able to kind of go, here, we're having this new start, if that makes sense. Let me just see here. Okay, Spirit, what can you tell me about the King of Cups, or King of Cups? Again, why did I say that? Again, maybe you're dealing with a Pisces or a Cancer or a Scorpio. Can you give me a little bit of why the King of Wands is in reverse, please? Oh, okay, thank you. Two of Pentacles on the bottom, once again, so repeat cards. Something that you're having to juggle, right? Or someone you're having to juggle. And with that, it is kind of keeping you a little stuck. And we have the Nine of Wands next. So definitely it's pretty exhausting on you, right? It's exhausting wearing you out. I hope the sirens in the background aren't, I hope you can still hear me, Sag. Cards that are coming out here is, look at this, we've got the Nine of Swords. So, you know, this is typically like anxiety and a little worried, like what is this person going to do next, etc., etc. We have the Tower. So we have Tower showing up twice. So again, something big is about to happen. Or if it hasn't happened, something pretty huge is going to come in to shake this up. But it's going to bring some balance back, the Six of Pentacles. Need another sip of water. Okay. Let's keep going. A little bit more here. The Three of Pentacles, please, Spirit. Oh, this jumped right into my hand. The Two of Pentacles. Wow, okay. So the collaboration, the coming together, the having the same kind of focus and working together to create that isn't possible because there's this hot and cold energy. Now what do we have on the bottom? The Ace of Cups. Well, obviously, there's love needed, or opening of, no, I'm not going to say that. There's some kind of patience or something needed here, but I feel like you're, and I think you're doing a good job of having the patience. But at the same time, no, maybe there is some kind of conversation that is needed to happen, because that Ace of Cups is kind of like feeling a little bit like offering, offering an ear to listen to. Does this make sense? It's like someone having competition with you. They're jealous of you. They don't want anyone else to have your attention because they want your attention. Again, it feels like they're kind of messed up, Sag, right? And so instead of having three of Pentacles coming together to create and to, again, have the same agenda, right? Coming together, it's like it's stuck. It's like it can't happen. So often, see, here go my words. The Ace of Cups, it is this new seed, this new beginning. So sometimes when the cups show up, it is about, kind of being a little bit like, okay, sit down, tell me what your problem is. Why are you doing this? Why are you treating me this way? Why are you treating other people this way? Sometimes it has to come out, right? In order for things to come back together. Okay. I want to keep moving on here. What can you tell me about the Star and the Four of Cups? Okay, didn't come out. Thank you. Yeah, the Five of Swords. Five of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom. This is either your work. It's got to be about your work, your investments, something like that to do with your money, or it's got to be about family, meaning partner, lover, parents, siblings. It's got to be something like that, because that's what the Ten of Pentacles is showing now. The Five of Swords is clarifying the Star and the Four of Cups. Yeah, someone is not correct in their mind. Again, I don't know if there's addictions or if there's heartbreak or bitterness or something like that. Came out sideways. So therefore the Star is needed, because this healing has to happen. But again, you can't lead, I'm hearing you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. That's what I'm hearing. And we had the horse at the very beginning, right? The Freedom card. So I feel like this is really representing whoever's involved here, not so much you. I feel like this could be you going, geez, can this person heal? Can we get back together to work on things? But again, this question of loyalty. Okay, let's keep moving. All right, Spirit. So the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, which is beautiful energy here. This feels like, I'm pausing because I'm not sure if they want me to move forward here. Okay, we'll move forward and I'll ask advice. So Nine of Cups is your wishes coming true. This is positive energy. Ten of Pentacles, again, this is like, really stable, wonderful, secure, grounded frequency that is coming towards you and that you're walking into. But there's something that is here that has been unstable. What can you tell me, please, Spirit? Oh, okay. Thank you so much for guiding me. I want to know what the Tower is too, so I will try and see if I can get a clarifier on that. Okay. Is there anything you want Sagittarius to know about the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, or is that just it? That's where Sag is headed. And this just needs to be released and not focused on so much. Okay, this is too many cards, but look at this. The Seven of Wands is on the bottom here. So Seven of Wands is about protecting your energy. Keeping yourself, protected in that way that don't let anyone blow out your flame, right? So that is important, definitely. And then we have the Chariot on the bottom, which is the horse, being successful here, back in control. In some ways, I'm wondering if someone you're working with is not going to be working with you anymore. Like, are they going to quit? Are they getting fired? I know that's not going to be for everyone, because this isn't about work for everyone, but I have to give this. Okay, Spirit, what can you tell me about the Tower? Because we have the Tower twice. Oh, okay, cards are getting a little strange. The Tower, what is the Tower that's coming in? Because the Tower comes in, it brings balance, right? Thank you. The Wheel of Fortune with the Sun. Wow. And then the Ten of Pentacles. Holy cow. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune is clarifying the Tower. Oh, okay. So, whatever this may be, Sag, again, it could be your family. I'm not going to repeat myself. The Tower, this shocking, this big shakeup that comes in. The Wheel of Fortune is something very, very positive that's coming in to change your circumstances. And now I'm getting why they're saying, why the next cards is the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, because I feel you're being freed from the situation. Ha, ha, ha. Sometimes I don't get it, Spirit. I know. Sometimes I'm a little slower. Right, Sag? But the Horse, the Freedom card, something is freeing you here. Something is freeing you out of this. The Sun on the bottom, you know, again, this is bright, positive energy. The Ten of Pentacles, once again, right? Perhaps this is a windfall. Perhaps this is an inheritance that's coming into your life, where maybe you don't have to deal with this anymore. I'm getting it kind of like 2-3 different kind of storylines going on here. But it's very interesting because it is like this cycle. Some cycles closing. Your job is to release this, is what I'm feeling. Release this and not allow it to, you know, make you feel this way, right? Because that kind of feels almost like powerless. Right? And again, so there's the Spirit stepping in here of changing the circumstances. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, we have the High Priestess next again. So Pisces energy. Pisces energy, but look, what's underneath that is the Eight of Swords. So there's some part of you that has been feeling pretty stuck, right? Stuck because of this other person is what I'm feeling. What an interesting read. We even have the World underneath that. Okay, so wow. I'm going to go back to my Light Seers deck. I just want to see if anything else wants to come out. So what is Spirit saying here? It's really saying there is something beautiful headed in front of you you are headed towards. This shakeup, I'm like, I did get it kind of two ways. I kind of got it like, oh, maybe someone's leaving. If it's about work, or maybe someone's moving away, if it's about a personal thing, could very well be that. But anyways, your luck changes, you know, with that Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, let's go back to my Light Seers deck. All right, Spirit, thank you so much for guiding me in this reading. Is there anything else you want Sagittarius to know? What can you tell me about the Red Crane here, the loyalty? See if Spirit will give me anything. Wow. Wow. Okay, we got the Moon. We got 3 major arcana here. The loyalty, right? I'm asking about the loyalty. So Sag, yeah, the Moon, murky, can't see things. It's you know, the Moon can be warnings, it can be hidden things. Anyways, you can't see it very clearly because, well, it's the Moon, not the Sun. So, things that are hidden. Strength card, once again, Leo's energy. It's taking a lot of strength out of you, right? Again, something about this Lamb. The World. The World again. So this is the end. So there's something here about loyalty. Again, they give it to me how they give it to me so I can receive it. For some of you, this is about your family or a partner or a marriage partner or something, and it has not been genuine. They have not been loyal. I mean, you get the gist here, right? Because we have that Ten of Cups on the bottom now with these cards here. It is coming to an end. Where it takes you is somewhere very, very beautiful here. Very, very beautiful. I mean, I can't tell you how many times the Sun has shown up here, right? Like 4, 5, 6 times. I'm not even sure now. So, transformation. Sea Otter, no joke, Spirit. Big, big transformation coming in here. Beautiful. It might not be very easy. I can see the anxiety, the stress, the worry, the pressure. Very interesting how they gave it to me for work, so that must be someone's reading. Like that storyline must be someone's journey that you're on. Okay, I'm going to go one more time. Let's see if there's anything else. I hope this helps those of you that this is your reading. Oh, right, Spirit. Thank you. Thank you. Is there anything else you want Sagittarius to know before we close the reading off? I don't even know what to title this. Aha, I just seen the Seven of Swords. So, very interesting. Again, whoever this is, whatever the circumstance is, it does feel like there is, they just gave me the word jaded, that they're jaded. Okay, so we'll leave it at that, but it feels like everything works for you in your favor. All right, Spirit, anything else? I'll go 3 times. 1, 2, didn't come out, but I want to see what it is. Knight of Cups now. And 3, okay. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Cups. Yeah, the Ace of Cups, your heart healing, you expanding. Wow. The Empress, this is total expansion, blessings, abundance, life-changing, right? And then we have that 10 of Cups again. Okay. We're going to leave it there, Sag. I feel like I do. Want to go to Treasures of Takashi, see if there's anything that wants to come out of that today. Man, what a reading. What's on the bottom here, Spirit? We have change on the bottom, okay? I'll read it and we'll see if anything wants to come out. So it says, nothing stays the same. Everything is meant to change. Do not feel insecure within change. Rather, embrace the diversity and dance in the face of what may seem like upheaval. Transitions may create shifts of awareness or altercations of physical situations. Life is a constant stream of change. See the growth that emerges, enjoy the results and the transformations. Then let go and allow more change. Okay, this I feel though, Sag, I almost feel like this change, it might be heavy, it might be an upheaval in your life, but I do feel there's a part of you almost though that is excited to move forward too in it. Okay. Okay, Spirit, thank you. Final message for Sagittarius, for our fire sign, for those that this is their reading. This jumped into my hand. Okay. We have confidence. All right. Be confident in yourself and hold your composure. Be certain of yourself. You have no reason to doubt yourself. Do not undermine your confidence. Have the courage to boldly be yourself, confidently and lovingly. Know that your goals are within reach. Excuse me. Be loving to those who do not have your level of self-confidence. That's basically what I was trying to say when the Ace of Cups came out in the Spirit Animal deck. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, of course I'm getting congested now. That's what I was trying to basically say. It's not about, supporting someone who's been a jerk or a bitch to you. It's not about that. But again, it's kind of like, what's that saying? Hurt people? Something like that. No excuse. There's no excuse for it. Okay, we have light on the bottom. I'm going to let you go, my love. Allow more love and light into everything you do. Remember, you are love and light in action. Fear is heavy. Love is light. Do not do not complain if you are in darkness. Rather, stop and turn on the light. You don't need to take life so seriously. Lighten up. Be joyous and radiant, and your pathway is lit. You can light the way for others with ease and confidence at this time. Okay, so again, when I said kind of like that older sibling kind of thing or something, I don't know the circumstances here, Sag, but the message is playing out over and over in all these decks. There's something you're releasing. There's some kind of question of loyalty of some level, and there is blessings that are on your horizon. Okay, so I think that's where we're going to leave your reading. I hope it helped those of you that are in this circumstance or are going through this situation. Hope it made sense to you too. Thanks again for being here, Saggy. Thank you for all of your love. I love you so much back. So much. I'm sending you big, 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 tight hugs. Yeah, keep moving forward and let your light shine. All right? All right, Saggy, until next time, take beautiful care of yourself. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Mwah.